Pine power. The hidden truth is that Oprah Winfrey, a woman who has interviewed kings and presidents, reportedly found herself speechless when a 20-year-old tennis prodigy stood her ground with a savage level of grace. What exactly was said that caused this nuclear backlash? Insiders from the recording studio leaked that during a segment about Alex's $75 million Nike deal, Oprah reportedly questioned if such a massive investment was appropriate for a player from a developing tennis nation like the Philippines. The tone was described as dismissive, as if implying that Alex's success was more about luck and marketing than hard work and talent. But the moment of instant regret hit Oprah like a freight train when Alex didn't just nod and smile. Instead, Alex reportedly looked Oprah straight in the eyes and delivered an 8-word response that has since become the rallying cry for the entire Filipino nation. The atmosphere in the room turned ice cold, and for the first time in decades, Oprah Winfrey was the one looking for a way to backtrack. The fallout from this interview is insane. Within hours of the snippets leaking, the Eala mania turned into a digital defense force. Fans are fuming, claiming that Oprah's comments were a racial slur wrapped in a sophisticated question. This isn't just a gossip story. It's a cultural war. The WTA locker room is also reportedly buzzing with players like Coco Gauff and Igor reportedly showing support for Alex's bold stance. Even Rafael Nadal, Alex's mentor, is said to be proud of her for defending her roots in such a public arena. The Oprah brand, which is built on empathy, is currently facing a technical crisis as her team scrambles to release a clarification statement. But the internet doesn't forget, and the instant regret is proving to be a legacy-defining mistake for the media mogul. As we dive deeper into the scandal, the question everyone is asking is, how did a young girl from Quezon City manage to silence a billionaire icon? The answer lies in the hidden strength that Alexa has built through years of discipline at the Natal Academy. She isn't just a tennis player. She is a diplomat of the Philippines. In Part 2, we're going to reveal the 8 savage words that Alex reportedly used to shut down Oprah's narrative and the secret phone call Oprah's team made to the Eala camp to beg for a retraction. The interview scandal is just the beginning. The backtracking of Oprah Winfrey is about to get even more desperate. The tension inside that recording studio on this Thursday, March 5th, 2026, was so thick you could cut it with a tennis racket. As the instant regret hit Oprah Winfrey, the cameras were still rolling, capturing a moment that will go down in media history after Oprah's dismissive comment about whether a player from the Philippines deserved a $75 million Nike deal. The world expected Alex to give a polite, scripted answer. But Alex isn't just a student of tennis. She is a student of Rafael Nadal's never back down philosophy. Reports are going off that Alex paused, looked Oprah dead in the eye, and delivered those 8 savage words. "My roots are New York strength, not my limit." The silence that followed was nuclear. It wasn't just a comeback. It was a declaration of independence from the Western media's narrow-minded views. Oprah, the woman who always has a follow-up question, was reportedly left stuttering for the first time in her 40-year career. The hidden truth of this confrontation is that Oprah's team reportedly tried to stop the recording immediately. They realized within seconds that they had a PR nightmare on their hands. Insiders leaked that Oprah's producers were fuming behind the scenes, realizing that the Queen of Talk had accidentally insulted the fastest-growing fan base in the world, the Pine Power. Within minutes of the interview wrapping up, a secret phone call was reportedly made from Oprah's production house to the Eala camp. The request. They wanted to edit out the segment where Oprah questioned Alex's heritage. They were begging for a retraction, offering Alex special features and future projects if she would just stay quiet about the exchange. But Alex's team, led by her family and advisors, reportedly gave a savage response. The truth doesn't need an edit. The backtracking began almost instantly. Oprah's social media team, seeing the nuclear backlash from Filipino fans who had already caught wind of the exchange, started deleting comments and reframing the interview clips. But the Eala mania is too fast and too smart. Fans began trending hashtags like Respect the Roots and Stands Tall, causing Oprah's engagement numbers to crash in real time. This isn't just a celebrity tiff. It's a technical disaster for Oprah's legacy. The instant regret is manifesting as a massive loss of followers and sponsors who don't want to be associated with racial undertones in 2026. Meanwhile, Alex's stock is skyrocketing. Brands are reportedly going off trying to sign the girl who had the guts to silence a billionaire icon. But the drama doesn't stop with a phone call. The locker room revolt we saw in the tennis world is now spilling over into the entertainment world. Reports suggest that Hollywood A-listers of Asian descent are reportedly standing with Alex, making the backtracking even more difficult for Oprah. Even Rafael Nadal reportedly sent a private message to Alex saying, "Tennis is a game of character, and today you won the biggest match of all." In Part 3, we are going to dive into the secret recording, the leaked audio that Oprah's team is trying to bury, and the nuclear statement Alex's father is preparing to release to the world press. The Oprah scandal is deep, but the Yele revolution is just getting started. The Oprah scandal has officially transitioned from a social media rumor to a full-scale global crisis. On this Thursday, March 5th, 2026, the digital world is going off because of one thing: the leaked audio. Despite Oprah's production team's desperate attempts to bury the footage and the secret phone calls we discussed in Part 2, a 45-second audio clip from the off-camera transition has reportedly hit the internet. In this clip, Oprah is allegedly heard whispering to a producer, questioning why the Philippines market is being given so much center stage in the global tennis narrative. The instant regret has now turned into a national insult for millions of Filipinos. This isn't just about a tennis match anymore. It's about a systemic disrespect that Alex has just exposed to the entire world. The shockwaves are nuclear, and the backtracking from Oprah's camp is now becoming a frantic race for damage control. But the real explosion happened today when Alex's father, Mike Eala, reportedly broke his silence. Usually a man of quiet dignity, Mike Eala has reportedly prepared a nuclear statement that is currently being reviewed by legal experts before its official release to the world press. Sources close to the family leak that the statement is titled, "Our heritage is not a marketing gimmick." In this draft, Mike Eala reportedly calls out the elitist attitude of Western media icons who think they can define the worth of an Asian athlete based on their country's GDP. He reportedly stated that Alex's $75 million Nike deal wasn't a gift. It was earned through blood, sweat, and tears at the Nadal Academy. This father's defense has added a new layer of emotional intensity to the scandal, making Oprah look not just out of touch, but arrogant. The hidden truth behind Oprah's backtracking is that her major sponsors are reportedly starting to distance themselves. When you insult a nation of 110 million people, plus a massive global diaspora, the economic consequences are real. Brands that partner with Oprah are fuming because they don't want to be caught in the crossfire of a racial sensitivity scandal in 2026. Reports suggest that Oprah has reportedly reached out to Rafael Nadal himself, hoping that the King of Clay could act as a mediator to calm the situation. But Rafa's camp has remained ice cold. The message from Mayor is clear: support Alex or stay out of the way. The instant regret is now a financial nightmare for the Oprah Winfrey network. Meanwhile, Alex Eala is handling the nuclear fallout with the grace of a true champion. While the world is going off about the leaked audio, she was spotted today at the Indian Wells practice courts, hitting balls with a savage intensity. She isn't letting the Hollywood drama distract her from the March 6th debut. In fact, insiders say this Oprah confrontation has given her a new fire. She is no longer just playing for a trophy. She is playing for the dignity of her people. The shock in the WTA locker room is palpable. Players are realizing that Alex isn't just a star. She is a leader. In Part 4, we're going to dive into the public apology Oprah is reportedly filming right now, and why the Yele camp is considering rejecting it. We'll also reveal the hidden clause in Alex's Nike contract that protects her from media character assassination. The Oprah scandal is deep, but the Yele revolution is reaching a point of no return. Oprah scandal has reached a nuclear stalemate on this Thursday, March 5th, 2026. As the leaked audio continues to rack up millions of views, the pressure on Oprah Winfrey's media empire has become unbearable. Reports are going off that Oprah and her team spent most of the night in a high-stakes crisis meeting in Montego trying to film a public apology that could stop the bleeding. But here's the hidden truth. The first 3 drafts of that apology were reportedly rejected by the Yele camp before they even hit the airwaves.
Why?
Because Alex's team, led by her father, Mike Eala, felt the apology was insincere and corporate, focusing more on brand protection than on the racial insensitivity that sparked the instant regret. The Eala camp isn't looking for a scripted PR stunt. They're looking for real accountability. But while the backtracking from Oprah's team continues, a shocking secret has emerged from the legal department of Nike's global headquarters. It turns out that Alex Eala's $75 million deal isn't just about sneakers and tennis gear. Insiders leak that there is a nuclear anti-disrespect clause built into her contract. This clause reportedly states that if any major media partner or broadcaster disparages Alex's national heritage or uses systemic bias to undermine her image, Nike has the right to pull their advertisements and sponsorship from that platform. This financial weapon is why Oprah's team is in such a panic. If Nike decides to enforce this clause, Oprah's network could lose millions in ad revenue. The instant regret has now become a budgetary disaster for Hollywood's most powerful woman. The locker room revolt in the WTA is also taking a savage turn. We are hearing reports that top 10 stars, including Coco Gauff, have reportedly told their agents to avoid Oprah-related projects until the Eala scandal is fully resolved. They're standing in solidarity with Alex, proving that the new generation of tennis players isn't afraid of Hollywood icons. For Rafael Nadal watching this from Mayor York, the pride is nuclear. He reportedly told a close associate today that Alex's 8-word response, "My roots are my strength, not my limit," is worth more than any Grand Slam trophy. He sees Alex not just as a student, but as a protector of the sport's integrity. Meanwhile, back at Indian Wells, the Eala mania is reaching a fever pitch. Fans are reportedly printing t-shirts with Alex's 8 savage words and planning a massive show of support for her March 6th debut. The Oprah scandal unintentionally created a global movement. People who don't even watch tennis are now going off in support of the girl who had the guts to challenge the establishment. Oprah's backtracking is now being mocked as too little too late. The hidden power of the Philippines has been awakened, and it's a force that Hollywood wasn't prepared for. In Part 5, we are going to deliver the final verdict, the nuclear prediction for what will happen when the full interview is finally released, and the shocking gesture Alex is reportedly planning to make on the court on Friday. We'll also reveal the total loss Oprah's brand has suffered since this instant regret moment began. The revolution is here, and the truth is about to be televised on Alex Eala's terms. The Oprah scandal has reached its nuclear conclusion on this Thursday, March 5th, 2026. As we look at the aftermath of the instant regret that hit Oprah Winfrey after her dismissive comments toward Alex, the numbers are absolutely staggering. Media analysts are going off because the Oprah brand has reportedly suffered a 25% drop in its favorability rating across Asia and the global Filipino diaspora in just 48 hours. This isn't just a PR glitch. It's a catastrophic failure of the media establishment to recognize the power of the new generation. While Oprah's team continues their desperate backtracking, trying to release a fourth, more humble version of their apology, the world has already moved on. The hidden truth is that the Queen of Talk has been dethroned by a 20-year-old girl from Quezon City who refused to let her roots be insulted for a soundbite. But the real explosion happened today at the Indian Wells practice courts. As Alex Eala finished her final session before her March 6th debut, she didn't just walk off the court. She reportedly made a shocking gesture toward the cameras that has the internet going off. Instead of a typical tennis celebration, she pointed to the Philippines flag on her kit and then touched her temple, signaling that her strength comes from her mind and her heritage. This wasn't just a gesture. It was the final nail in the coffin for Oprah's narrative. Alex has shown the world that she isn't just a product of the Natal Academy. She is a symbol of national pride that cannot be muffled by Hollywood's elite. The instant regret Oprah felt wasn't just about a racial slur controversy. It was about realizing that she could no longer control the story of an Asian athlete. The locker room revolt has also delivered its final blow. Reports are surfacing that several major WTA sponsors are now reevaluating their partnerships with media networks that don't show cultural sensitivity toward their players. This is the Nike effect in full force. The $75 million athlete has just changed the business of tennis forever. Even Rafael Nadal has reportedly sent a final public message to the Eala camp stating, "You have taught the world a lesson in dignity that no trophy can ever match." This legacy blessing from the King of Clay has officially made Alex untouchable in the eyes of the global tennis community. As we look toward the round of 64 on Friday, the nuclear prediction is that the Eala mania will reach levels never before seen in the desert. The Oprah scandal has unintentionally turned a tennis match into a global celebration of heritage. Alex isn't just playing for the $1.15 million prize. She's playing for every person who has ever been told that their roots are a limit. The backtracking of Oprah Winfrey is a lesson to everyone. Never underestimate the Pinu power. Thank you for following this 5-part exclusive deep dive into the interview that broke the internet. Alex Eala has proven that she is the Michael Jordan of the Philippines for the modern era. Will she carry this new fire to the Indian Wells title? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure. The world is listening and Alex Eala has the final word. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a root strength in the comments to show your support. The revolution is here, and the truth has finally been